in this module, we'll be creating a resume, getting it out of a Word document and putting it into some design software. So using InDesign, you'll be laying out your resume using text hierarchy and laying out what is priority and what you want attention when you are showing off what you can do and what your experience looks like. So when we're in the van, one thing that we were very surprised by was the amount of attention that we got in this van. And every year it gets even more and more popular. Even one weekend we went to Hot Springs, Arkansas. And as soon as we opened the door, there was swarms of people that wanted to ask us questions about it. You know, Jesse, because he built it, wanted to know all the ins and outs, the nuts and bolts, and how it was built. And we stood there for about an hour just discussing the van instead of getting out and enjoying the park. With that, attention becomes a lot of responsibility. We do our best to be sensitive to people and honor that attention that we get. So we only focus on a few things that we want to tell people about the van. Otherwise, we'll be, at every destination for an hour talking to other people about how it was built and not be able to enjoy the use of it. So in the same way, when you're building your resume, there are a few seconds and you want those few things to be the most important things within your experience and your education. So starting with education, then experience, then references, and as well as having your contact information on your resume, it's up to you and what that experience and that all of those details about what you can do, what is most important on that resume. So curating the attention that you want is really important. So using text hierarchy, you can really explain within a lot of text and a body of information what you want the viewer to see first and what you want the viewer to see second. And so if you only have 3 seconds to grab someone, they at least know your name and they know the last few jobs that you've had, for example, or they know your name and they know where you live and where you went to school. So having that information be very easily to find is really important when you're trying to gain employment or you want somebody to see your resume before someone else's. So another element to this module that I really want to focus on is digital etiquette. So etiquette plays a huge part in the marketplace, and we want to, as Christians, understand what etiquette means. It doesn't just mean, holding your fork right or saying yes ma'am or no ma'am, but it means even more than that. So digital etiquette is just a rule of consideration. So when you are being considerate over email, you're thinking about their time. If they don't have a whole lot of time, maybe you're replying with a shorter message versus a really long one. As well as when you are sending a lot of this information, you want to make sure that your references have been, you've asked permission for your references. So you don't want anyone to be surprised with a phone call asking if you're a good employee or a good student or not. So checking in, making a lot of communication, but as well as honoring each other's time. It's a really big part of digital etiquette that we'll look at in this module. So think about what is most important for you to have attention on. Just like this van, what do you want people to see first?